Christian terror attacks in the last 10 years, and it's like 2, and then you look at Muslim terror attacks, and it's like 6,900. It's like, I don't see how you can't see the problem here. Like, there's no way that you're that blind that you're like, no, that's not a problem.
But the Christian terror attacks are normally like
People are way too afraid to be called.
Yeah, they're like one, and the terror attacks are usually like because like.
Well, no, it's normally just like some guy in a bedroom.
Something.
Yeah, it's not,
literally that.
The like definition of a terror attack is someone, you know, like maybe assaults a homosexual. That's a terrorist attack.
It's like that cake shop that refused to
I know, yeah, that refused to sell to gay people.
That was a terror attack.
Yeah, that was a terror attack.
Yeah, and that yeah, and then they went around to like Muslim bakeries, and then they asked, "Would you actually serve for gay people?"
Yeah, I can imagine
What
what
did
the
they
answer is.
I bet they said no.
Yeah, they said no. They said no. All of them. All of them said no.
Let me just.
And then and then their defense in that was, well, that's just their culture. It's also Christian culture. Being gay is forbidden by the fucking Bible. So like, why don't you respect that then?
Because the church had a reformation. The church.
You know, because
the church,
no, because they're white.
It's
They're
still not
predominantly
good.
white. They're predominantly white, so you know they can't say that. But
Anyway, let me continue this article.
Yeah, no, but at least the church doesn't, you know, condone like killing them. At least it still like shows like, you know, respect towards them. It's like, okay, what you're doing, we don't think it's right, but we're not gonna like take you and behead you. We're not gonna throw you off a building.
The church is like the intolerant auntie, and then like Islam is like your uncle that actually rapes you. Like that's like the difference. It's like, oh, it's fucking my racist granddad, and he's just like, oh goddamn gays, and it's like that's like Christianity, and you're like, okay, and then it's like fucking yeah, and then it's just like fucking Islam is just like, oh god, here comes Granddad Glitter again. Fuck.
Yeah, they like pick out the gays from the family and try to zap the gay out of them.
By raping them. That tends to be a thing that Muslims quite enjoy as well, just raping young boys, but they hate gay people, so it's like, how does that work?
Isn't that kind of gay?
That's platonic anal sex. But yeah, it says, since second, when intrepid independent journalists do make an attempt to cover Europe's importation of Islamic rape culture, they are censored, silenced, discredited, defamed, or worst of all, savagely beaten. That's exactly what happened to American journalist Amy Horowitz, or Amy Horowitz.
Lauren Southern.
Recently,
Did
journalists...
she get beaten? Did Lauren Southern get beaten? Or did she just
Not by a
threatened?
Muslim.
She
Not
got
by a
like something
Muslim.
thrown at her, didn't she?
Yeah, she's so hated for some reason.
She got hit by this this goth trans guy.
No, I didn't see that.
What the fuck?
That was like this with the Smuggly Puff kid that goes, I didn't see anything, officer. I didn't see
Oh
anything."
yeah. Oh,
That's when she literally got beaten. And then the other girl from Infowars, she didn't get directly beaten, but the guy hit the camera really hard and it hit her face. And then it happened so fast. They beat you, and then the public around the one that beats you, they slurp him in. They cage him in. They like protect him from the view of other people. And then when the security gets there, he's gone, long gone.
That's holy shit.
They see it happen. They pull the one that beats them straight into the group, pull him to the back, and then you don't see him back again ever. It's so disgusting. They're like against beating women, but when they're conservatist, they
Yeah.
actually protect the beaters, even if they're men, even if they're white males. Like I don't get it. If you hate them so much, why don't just hand them out?
I'm
You
just
know?
gonna conclude this
They
article.
don't hate. They don't hate white males. They just hate people that have any different opinion than them.
Yeah, again,
hate
as
them.
I've said, it's ironic that Antifa, who are supposed to be against fascism, are fascists because they
Yeah.
silence and attack anyone who disagrees with them, which is fucking fascism! That's what fascism is, kids. It's when you use violence against any different political ideologies that don't align with yours. That's what fascism is. Trump being democratically elected to power is not fascism.
It's like the most retarded thing. Like, fuck. I just get so pissed off when I think about it.
Let me finish this article. It's only got a bit to go. It just says, recently journalist and documentary filmmaker Amy Horowitz or whatever went to Sweden to investigate the rape epidemic, reported Town Hall's Katie Pavlich in January. When he started asking questions about filming, he was beaten by immigrants speaking Arabic. And it just says after that, Horowitz's latest documentary, appropriately entitled Stockholm Syndrome, good title, explores the crisis of sexual violence in Sweden. The journalist's extensive research has led him to conclude that Sweden is now the official rape capital of Europe, thanks in part to the country's lax
Yep,
immigration
100%
policies
true.
towards
Wait,
Muslim
is
refugees.
Is the documentary out
Yes.
already? Or what? Yes. Oh shit! I remember a story about a few, I think 10 years ago or something about a
refugee.
about a
Let's
Dutch
play this
filmmaker.
video.
About a Dutch filmmaker who got murdered on just in a day by a Muslim because he made a documentary about the women in Islam and how they get beaten and how they get mistreated, and it was just
So basically, the
like,
truth about Islam.
yeah, exactly, and he got fucking shot and he got his head cut off.
Amazing.
On bright daylight in fucking Holland. What the fuck? It was a few years ago. Though.
All you need to
Guys,
look
I
at...
need to go for a
I
sec.
think
I'll
his
be back
name.
in a sec.
I don't know his name. His last name was Van Gogh. Van Gogh.
Oh,
So I don't.
I know what you're talking about, but I can't remember the guy's name.
Yeah.
Them poor Van Goghs, dude.
All you need to look at to sort of...
Always getting things cut off from the heads.
All you need to
I know
look at to sort of, back up the sort of how violent Islam is and how violent Islamists is Salman Rushdie, who wrote the Satanic Verses, that book that criticized Islam.
Yeah.
He wrote
no.
Probably not.
he wrote a book about how Islam was bad, and he has a fatwa against him, which is basically like, if you see him and you're a true Muslim, you will kill him. And he's had to be in hiding. He's had to move away from his wife and children, and he's been underground for like 5 years now because he wrote a book criticizing Islam.
That's so
Yeah.
fucking sad. That's so fucking sad. Oh, we're the religion of peace unless you criticize us, and we're gonna cut your head off on the street. So no,
Yeah, and people just let it happen.
yeah, it's like no one fucking cares.
It's so like, I don't understand how Salman Rushdie's like thing wasn't a bigger, like, it wasn't made out to be a bigger thing. It's like he fucking wrote a book and he has a fatwa, which is basically like the leader of the Muslim world saying go and kill him. Like, all of you.
Yeah, I
Muslims
know.
kill him
I know
if
what.
you see him.
Yeah.
And he's still in hiding.
There's a woman that has a fatwa against her in America. She holds like these cartoonist competitions. She holds like these cartoonist competitions, and one time it was about the Prophet Muhammad, because they were making fun of him, because freedom of speech, obviously. And on live television, this Muslim guy told her that any cartoonist that there has, should get his head cut off, basically.
Mm-hmm.
On live television, by the way. That was on, I think it was on Sky News or something. No, it was on Fox TV.
Oh
on
shit,
Fox.
I didn't know this. Right, I'm just going to read out this thing about Salman Rushdie. Alright, it says, with police protection, Rushdie escaped direct physical harms, but others associated with his book have suffered violent attacks. Hitoshi Igarashi, his Japanese translator, was stabbed to death on 11th of July 1991.
Oh, good
Ettore Capriolo, the Italian translator, was seriously injured in a stabbing in Milan on 3rd of July 1991. William Nygaard, the publisher in Norway, was shot 3 times in an attempted assassination in Oslo in October 1983 but survived. Aziz Nizin, the Turkish translator, was possibly the intended target in the events that led to the Sivas massacre on the 2nd of July 1983 in Turkey, which resulted in 37 deaths. Over a fucking book. And people don't think that Islam's
Dude,
a violent
Charlie,
cultural
you
religion.
guys remember Charlie Hebdo?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
I do.
of course.
People
People went.
I mean,
People went,
Muslims
we
do a
are-
lot of killing over a book. Let's just say that.
Yeah, they
So-
don't. But
They do
apparently
a
not
lot of
over their
killing
own hateful
over
books.
everything, dude. They do a lot of killing over everything, dude. Doesn't even need to be a book. It's
Why
just
did
anything that kind of makes fun of it.
you
Of their
remember
religion.
Jens? You remember the I think that perfectly shows how Muslims are. The thing with the guy at school like they were doing ping pong and shit. And the Muslim guy threw like the ping pong ball like super.
Yeah, he
super-
threw it. There was this friend of us, like next to the ping pong table, and this guy, this Muslim, took the ball and threw it in his face. Wasn't hard, didn't hurt. He threw it back. It didn't hit him, Ethan. It missed him, and he went up to our friend and he punched him in the nose.
What the fuck?
He punched back though. He hit him on the fucking.
Yeah, hit him on the fucking nose, and he was crying.
Yeah.
What
Fucking
the fuck?
head.
Why? What the fuck?
Because he's a
Because they're
hot-headed
fucking
dickhead.
insane. Because they're insane. They're fucking insane.
They genuinely are.
They have no self-control at all whatsoever.
They have, they have absolutely no. They can't take criticism. Islam as a religion cannot take criticism because it's so easy to point out holes in it, and they stop that by just like as soon as you do anything. Oh my, the fatwa's
You're
still
dead.
going by the. Yeah, as soon as you do anything, they just attack you, and that proves you right. But apparently, you know what the fatwa for fucking Salman Rushdie is? How much money you'll get if you kill him right now?
I don't know.
$3 million.
How is that still? What the fuck?
It's been,
I'd kill him for that.
it's been
How is that
reinstated over and over again.
How is that still? Wait, since when? Since when?
How is that legal?
It says,
yeah, how
right,
is-
I'll just read this out. It says but it's instilled by Iran. It's not instilled by the world. But it says like, in March 2016, PEN America reported that the bounty for the Rushdie fatwa was raised by $600,000. Top Iranian media contributed this sum, adding to the existing 2.8 million already offered. In response to this, the Swedish Academy, which awards the Nobel Prize for Literature, denounced the death sentence and called it a serious violation of free speech. This was the first time they'd commented on the issue since publication. I'm surprised none of them are dead now, because that seems like
Yeah.
they'd be dead.
Yeah, true. That's weird.
I'm surprised that the Dutch. What's his name? Geert Wilders or something?
Yeah, get well.
Like he said something like we want less Moroccans in Holland, which I thought was so funny. And
He wants less Muslims.
he said no, but he said less Moroccans too.
Yeah,
in his speech.
true.
And I'm surprised. I mean, I'm sure he's gotten death threats, but I'm surprised he
Yeah.
hasn't been attacked yet.
Oh, get well.
Oh, because he's on high. But he's on high security all the time.
I'm very,
Yeah.
very surprised that Trump hasn't had an attempt to.
Oh, but he's been attacked a few times, but it's by like skinny high school white boys,
Yeah, I know.
so not
Oh.
really a threat.
My
Yeah,
favorite-
the leader of the NVA, which is the political party, that was democratically elected in our country.
But the
But the
Klaus, yeah.
right? The leader of that.
the right wing,
He-
right?
yeah, they're right wing. Yeah, they're conservatists. Basically, I don't know if it was. It probably was Muslims. They cut off a pig's head and put it on his, in front of his house.
What the fuck?
That's like what the mafia does to say that they're gonna kill you.
Yeah, indeed.
He's been under heavy police protection, and his family as well, since 2015, I think. And he still is, because he's not safe at all.
It's fucking sad. He's the mayor of his own. He lives in his own fucking
Yeah, he's the mayor of Antwerp.
and he's fucking. Oh god.
He's not safe in his own city.
No, he's not saving his own city. Like you can't go into Antwerp right now.
Cause I
Walk
will
somewhere
never
around.
forget where
30 years ago, you could have. I mean, you could have, but you still had a chance to get robbed, but less. It's like the crime rate is.
Yeah, the more Muslims or just migrants, just foreigners go there, the worse it gets.
Yeah, I love their excuse too, because they always blame it on us being racist and on us being dickheads. But yeah, if you're gonna act like an asshole,
Yeah,
expect us to act like an asshole
Yeah,
back.
literally,
Yeah,
the way
they're making us racist.
the way
man.
these stories get reported though is it's like, so what will happen in reality is one of these Muslim immigrants will be harassing someone, like really harassing them, shouting at them, calling them names. They might even punch them, and then they get punched back. And then so what's happened is they have got them in a situation where they have been punched for doing something, but that story will simply be reported as Muslim punched for no reason in this country, and it's like, oh, disgusting racism, because that's the way they're always going to be reported. Hello?